Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here for the great video here on trading futures. That's right. Even though I do trade stocks a lot, we know from the last 2 weeks that the market's been kind of in a corrective phase. So we've been kind of holding off on stocks, and there's so many opportunities trading futures. There's a big resurgence in prop trading, so that we have a lot of prop traders on our site that are qualifying with these setups. And these setups are so amazing. And today was such a great day. I had to put a video out there. Sometimes, I know that what we do here at Day Trading Radio is like, it is so good. I mean, the team that we have, and I call us the team, even though they're members of the site, and they're very good traders. I think everyone, has one goal in mind, is that to make money, and it's a good feeling. There's good teamwork, and there's great information shared in our chat rooms. So big shout out to all the members out there. I really appreciate it. I've been paying attention to the futures room lately, and those guys are so good over there. They're all business. If you're at Day Trading Radio, there's a general chat where most of the traders congregate, and then you have a futures chat and an options chat. Well, the futures chat, because we're so active in the futures recently, has been a great place to pick up a lot of information out there if you're a trader. So big shout out to the members over there. There's K-Rod, there's Monkey, C Monkey Dude, J-Dubs over there. I see Craft Money. Really good traders over there. So big shout out to you guys. And I know I missed some of them. I'm just going off the top of my head. The other thing is, with the opportunities in this market, like I said, the prop trading, very active. Just trading these on your own. I mean, our job as a trader is to make money. I don't really matter. It doesn't matter to me how it happens. So I want to try to get the easiest, fastest path, and the easiest path to that objective. And right now, I do feel like the discipline and the patience and the setups, and you put that all together and you just wait for your setup. It's just a matter of time before you become real successful at doing this, because the setups are there. They're perfect. And I want to show you 3 of them today. I'm just going to go through them. I don't want, we do this every day on the year. So if you're listening to this for the first time, we trade live at DayTradingRadio.com. That's DayTradingRadio.com every day in there. And we start off the day at 9:30, 8:30. And we trade till 4. And, we have a lot of listeners, a lot of members that take questions. We look at stocks, we look at futures, but mostly I've been trading the futures lately. I almost forgot to say Happy Halloween, one of my favorite holidays. I wish I was home with my kids tonight, but they're out doing their own thing. See, I'm not. They're at the age now that I can't really hang out with them too much without being a weird dad. So they're doing their thing, and I'm doing my thing, and I was so excited to get in here because I wanted to go over some of these setups that I teach and that we focus on, and they are a money day. And I love being able to be in front of the market at the right time in the right place and call these as we see and teach on how they set up, teach everything about them. And today I used the example, and if we look back at this chart here, you could just see my lines, these blue lines. So during the day, if you're not familiar with the show, you'll see my screen like this, and tick by tick we'll be trading it. And there's a lot of tools that we use, and one of the tools is the Rockbot. And the Rockbot here identifies our highest probability trades. And there's the highest probability trades that fall into just about 3 trades. 3 trades. So imagine that. We have the whole day, and we're just looking for 3 setups. We're not getting random. We're not getting reckless. And we're not getting, we're not gambling, really. There is time for that. And but today we went into the market saying, no, today we're not going to be gambling. We want to wait for the setups, develop that discipline that comes each time you successfully wait for a setup and take it and then take profits. That kind of builds inside of you, and it builds that confidence. Let's get to the good stuff. Like an echocardiogram, cardiologist, I should say. A cardiologist reads the echocardiogram. It's the rhythm of the heart and things. And I have a member here. He's in town. He's a doctor. That's exactly what he did. He came searching me out. Believe that. He came searching me out because he heard about the show and he heard that I taught stochastics. And he was very interesting because he was in charge of using stochastics in reading heart rhythms. And so he came down a few times, and I gave him the crash course of everything. It was just fascinating. So we've been both back and forth. So he might take more of an active part in the show going forward. I haven't introduced you guys to him yet, but he's he's a heart doctor, and he's a cardiologist. Excuse me. So interesting how those things too. So during the day, we're calling the market. Each move, we're just waiting for a setup. And the setup is typically this low, a lower low, a low and a higher low above 6-7% on the angle, degrees, I should say. The steeper that one, you really want to keep it above the 20. But you also, if I were to say what's the most important thing, the steepness is more important. And that happens if you go higher above the 20, of course. So it comes hand in hand. But this is a real deep back over here. You can definitely see the steepness, even though it's not under 20. When we're looking for a trade in the futures, the things that we're establishing is our patience, waiting for it, because we know we're looking for maybe one of 3 trades, all right? One of 3 trades. All right. Excuse me. You go to DayTraderRockStar.com, and right on the outside of the page, you're going to see this black bar here. This is a link. I'll move it over a little, but you can pretty much say, click on that. And basically, this talks about, if we scroll down here, I'm just showing you where I'm going to get the information, showing you this. But this is a great research. This is a resource I put out for traders who want to start prop trading, and how it's done, and how we use the super signal. But what I also do in this little page here, it's free, it's right on Day Trading Radio, is I outline all this what we look for. What is a super signal? Why do you get the alert? Why is it so important? So this is a great beginner lesson on the super signal and stuff. So I highly recommend just going over there and checking it out. It has a video on it, how to find the divergence. Really good. And these are the trades that we look for during the day. But remember, I said I only want to take 3, and I really do. I mean, a lot of these are they intertwine. You're going to have a divergence on a trend line. Of course, the quad rotation is going to come standard with that. Well, sorry about that. My mouth is getting dry now. I'm out of my Coca-Cola. The buy-sell divergence is what we're really looking for, but we're adding a coil to it, so it becomes a super signal. These are just other stocks we'd like to look for. But when we look at the best of the best oil, we want really we want that quad rotation divergence. I would even say that the quad rotation trend line might even be better than the quad rotation coil. The coil sometimes could be a little drawn out, but the quad rotation VWAP, and these are the things that are very easy to spot, but maybe you're not familiar with the terminology. You just have to kind of get on board. We have a lot of education on Day Trading Radio, starting all the beginning stuff. So if you remember, you get that. But I just want to go over some of these charts so you know exactly what this, I want to show you this Rockbot, what it did today. It was just amazing. But, we're just looking for a standard divergence or a flag. And our flags are so developed. I mean, we know exactly, like a echocardiogram, if a person had a heart attack, or we'd be able to probably tell it through the readout. Well, the same thing here. We could spot a bull flag a mile away because of our sensitive, the way we apply the stochastics and the relative of the different time frames. The timing is beautiful. So it's something that, in a trending market, that's the best time to find those in a trending market. Lots of times on downtrends, you get those bounces. These are coming in as divergences, and these are shallow divergences, but they are the divergences happening. So that's note number 1 and number 2 right there. Those are the 2. And again, here you have a kind of a coil stochastic coming into a quad. Meaning this is how we look for a coil. So when the 9.3 and the 14.3 are kind of going up and down and up and down, it tends to take a longer time for this to kind of finish out. And it seems always to be perfect timing, as this takes it's up and down until about the 4th time. And that 4th time lines up when the 60-10 finally gets there. So they all line up together. And that's what we call a coiled stochastic, quad coil, all 4 of them, and these 2 are coiled, mostly the 9.3. Usually gives you a very explosive move. So there you go. We have a special weapon. I haven't seen it come up in the two weeks, but if I ever see a 44 divergence, I put it all on the line. You put everything, especially if you're a prop trader. I would just, so this is a super signal I send out, and if we do get it, it's usually a very powerful setup. It's perfect timing. I've used it for, I can't even tell you how long, It's been there since the beginning, and now it's really coming to its own. Double bottomed divergences, quad coils, quad coil. You see how these kind of slowly get down, and then eventually this gets down, and right when they all hit at the same time is usually when you get that bounce. So the timing, you get that timing down here really easy. You can figure it out. Then we have steep divergence is the key to the best setup. Exactly right. You see here this little lower, we call it double bottom, or relative low bottom. It had a steeper, higher low on the stochastics on the 9.3. The 44 and the 60-10 are oversold. So when you have a divergence and a coil, that's the number 1 setup. Small or big. So now imagine this. Imagine us trading here together as a team, hanging out, playing some music, day trading radio in the house, and we're just waiting for these setups. Doesn't get better than that. I mean, it does. It could. I mean, we do have our annoying days sometimes. Here's another little divergence here, a nice little pop. So the thing here I wanted to point out, and this is kind of just a tip, called a Rockstar tip. You can easily, trade this market. Like today, this is what we call our Rockbot. And a Rockbot is it runs on the Ninja Trader. All right, so it's a script that runs on the Ninja script, and it basically takes what I just was showing you and puts it in the formula. So it spots the setups that I'm looking for. I programmed in to look for these areas, so I wouldn't miss them. That was the original concept for me before I even started, saying, hey, this would be great for the members. I was just using it for myself, just because I so believed in that divergent setup, and I was missing some overnight, and I said, well, I could just set this up, send me an alert, shock my finger or buzz my phone, and I'll get up, and I said, 5-minute divergence, you could take a trade in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock. That's my mind working. But honestly, it never happened. And I ended up just using this during the day, but it's still, it's still such a perfect indicator. So the Rockbot now is focused on those, and just recently, and me, I've been trading a long time, back before 2000, and then mid to late 90s really got my start, and we started the show 2007. Never really I've always been a time frame person. I've always been a time frame person. I've experimented with some tick charts and stuff, but I never did the volume charts. And I'm just saying, you know what? I'm getting such good results. I'm just going to go through some of the other parameters I could use, like ticks, and see if you get the super signal setting up the same way. And first thing I tried, I think, was the volume, and the 1000. I just put it on, and every single thing hit. And what was great about it was the timing was, I have my Thunderbird divergence signals timed. They usually give, it's usually a candle. When I look back at it and say, well, we could probably got in a candle earlier. But the way you need that works, and it really triggers after the latest candle, so you know what the next candle is, and if your formula fits the criteria there. So there's always like a candle lag, but this has been perfect. just about all day. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't consider 3 o'clock on, bot territory. But so this would go. This is on. A lot of people have this script running on their own machine. You could get this with your membership at Day Trading Radio. You could get this if you have the NinjaTrader platform and you're trading. So this is actually, and what I wanted to show you is I was trying different things. So this was the 5-minute time frame, which originally was meant for, and you can see it's getting some nice things. It gets a little choppy down here. For I was at the close. I think that was at the close. I don't like the trading the close. But when we put it on the 1,000 volume chart, it calculated it, and again, not counting the last one in the last half hour here. That was the one we don't count. It's right at the end. That's at the end of the day. That's after hours. We don't do that. It's right at the end of the day. These are the setups. I want to go back out. Now remember, the setups are based off of the volume. So 1,000 contracts will make a candle. And that bar would hit that 1,000 volume, and that candle would be made. And the range in that candle would leave that Japanese candlestick, and that's how you would read it. So I'm getting amazing results from it. Amazing. So I'm going to continue to keep this on. I'm taking these trades myself. And today it was just, was spot on. Even the markets here were kind of choppy again before kind of making a move at the end of the day. It's amazing how when these things pull back, and they're so steep of a pullback, all of a sudden it's like triggers, and then it goes up so far, and I know what's in the formula. I know what I'm looking for, and I know how the market works, but it's just amazing to me how accurate it is. So that's the super signal. That's the super signal. You get that with the your memberships. And as you see, I'm also promoting Day Trading Radio. But hey, that's what we do our business. So look at these. So this was so good today. I mean, people were just, it was really fun in the room today with these. I was trying to alert them. I put out a couple Zello alerts too. Well, at least one I put out for a super signal. Like one of the first good super signals I put out, an alert, and it probably was the low of the day. I even got an email from Son or John, Sue. I'm not even looking. I'm trying to remember. It was maybe Korean, maybe not. Maybe I'm not saying anything. But I got a shout out saying great call. And then a couple other people approached, texted me and said they caught some great trades today off the super signal, and I was so happy about that because it's been a process, and we've really timed everything really good. So really exciting going forward. We'll see how these act tomorrow. You can just keep on going back, as you can see. And like I said, usually if there is a downward trend, you might get the bounce, but it's an easy enough safety net to get out is when you get a 9-3 rotation. And that puts the whole thing together. We're going to give you the best set. I'm going to get the best setups for you. There's a short right there. I have a short script running too. So it's a divergence short. I have divergence long. Bing, bang, boom. Really nice. This is some of the, I haven't done a back testing yet, but I did a back testing a while ago, and I remember saving that because it was such a good result here. 23 trades, 2 losses over a week period. Oh no, over the whole month. So it doesn't give you as many trades, but they're so accurate. So that is the Rockbot. Doing really well. Looking forward to tomorrow. Again, if you have your own Rockbot code, your own Rockbot license that you purchase, not one that you got from the prop accounts, that doesn't allow you to use third-party scripts and stuff. You need a NinjaTrader pro license, either a monthly or a lifetime, to run scripts and stuff. But a lot of people do have that, so if you do have it, you could run these scripts on your machine too. The let's see where we are here. So again, the other setup is the bull flag, and this is just, I couldn't be more happy. Today was like I was a little bit more into it. Mondays were kind of tough sometimes, feeling out the market. Had a late start. Today came in fired up and knew what we were looking for, and really applied the rules of understanding what a bull flag is. When we start to trend. This was kind of a choppy morning, actually. It was kind of similar to yesterday's morning. It moved up and then came down, almost back down to the lows, but popped back up to the highs. So came down, popped. It was a lot of, up and down, but everything was, kind of a flag, even the big flags. And when we started breaking out a little, and this is the only flag that broke down right here. I was watching this one too, and it kind of dipped down. It was like a fake out. It was like, because what happened was we got oversold here, and it dropped underneath, it just dropped underneath the VWAP. This was down underneath. So, it was negative. We're looking right here, though, the turn up, and this was kind of, it wasn't above the 80 line. And that was the one thing that kind of like said, hey, this is not above the 80 line. This is actually 72 or something like that. So it's not the official, but it felt like it was maybe going to hold up here. We'd want to watch that. And again, an echocardiogram tells you, what you're looking for. So we're looking for this to kind of rise up a little as this continues to move down. I think it was a little choppy. Whatever reason, market came in, probably was a sell order, a sell, some kind of sell order coming into the market, and kind of just caught a little vacuum there, a lunch, and then it climbed right back up. Or there might have been some news, I don't know, but whatever. That did break down, but then it came back up, and then we can start. This is another important part. This is like the number fourth thing. This puts everything together. This is what we're going to do tomorrow, actually. I think I'm going to open up I want to open up an Apex account, because I don't have an Apex account, and I want to apply this strategy to it. Just selling the overbought 9.3s for a point, depending on, we're going to read the markets, but understanding how well that works. Every time it kind of spikes up above 80, it eventually kind of comes back, even though the bigger trend is in. Even up here, we came back pretty hard, fast. Up here, we got it, and we kind of drifted sideways. Once that gets oversold, and you recognize this is embedded, this is your textbook bull flag. So you either get the hell out, if you thought that was like maybe a short up here. A short gets defeated, a divergence gets defeated by a flag. Meaning you can have a divergence, but then go into a flag. But it happens the opposite too. How many times will you see a flag pop and go into a divergence? But entering a flag like this is probably the number one, if not number two, close to number one setup that I like to take. Because if the trend is established, you have that momentum, and it's great. And if you catch it earlier, and you can, because we know what to look for, you could make some good trades off of this. You just have to buy that 20. Put your stop just under the, once it hits that 20, starts turning back up, take the trade and put the stop at the low right there. And let it run. And take it off. Every time it gets a little bit overbought, take it off. If this stays embedded and it pulls back to the first time it pulls back to the 50, you want to hold that. You want to buy that 50, because that comes hand in hand with a 2020 bull flag, is the 2050 bull flag. Well, anyway, there's a lot to learn, but it's, what it comes down to. not knowing, not being overwhelmed by everything, and looking for a certain thing in the market that you know is your go-to pitch. That's your pitch, or over the plate, however you like them. That's the one you've been waiting for. So you take your swing, and that's what trading is here. All right. So we're always looking for those opportunities. If we see a chart like this in a stock, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we all work together. This is the after hours right now. Market here kind of pulling back. I have the let me go jump back over here on the Rockbot. Let's fast forward it and see if it gives us an alert soon. That was right after close, so that doesn't count. I don't like when they do it at the close. The market's down 13 and a quarter. I didn't even realize that. All right. Oh, before you get bored, I wanted to show you something else here. Almost forgot. Doing a sale. 1 week sale. So if you're a lifetime member, that's great. You got everything. Always the best. Always supports the site the best. Gives you everything under the umbrella of Day Trading Radio. Putting all the scripts, all the lifetime scripts, all the updates and stuff. Everything. It just has everything. There's no ever an upsell or anything. You get whatever I put out. That's the lifetime. The yearly, of course, is just a yearly, but that's actually a really good deal. The $5.99 to $4.99. I will let you use the script for the year with that sale. And the lifetime membership comes actually with 2 sessions, 2 one-on-one coaching sessions if you want them. We could go over anything you want on the methodology or setting up trades. It's really your time. So that's a special thing that I'm only offering with this sale, because I already have most of my time is booked up. So I'm only going to just kind of offer it out there to people who want to, if they get the new lifetime or they take the sale, then they'll get 2 90-minute sessions. And you could schedule that at any time. Normally, a lot of people ask me, and this is on the main site, so if you just want to do a lesson, you're a member, it's just $99. The Rockbot code,
Order submitted. Order filled.
Someone is a member, doesn't, or is not a member, and you still want to get the scripts, well, I offer those separately. All right, for the bundle, it's not bad. Normally $750. That puts the super signal at $300. These are cheap. This is really actually all the work and stuff that we go on this. It's going back to $750. So I would say but most of the people get this with the lifetime membership. You automatically get the bots. So, but if you're not a lifetimer and don't want it to become a lifetimer, but you want the bots, that's your opportunity. Live audio alerts. Sent out one today. This is especially made for traders who are taking these high probability areas. I call it the Futures Trade Alert. We set it up on the Zello app on the phone. I tested it out. If you're new member and stuff and want to be on that network, then you just click on this and it'll send you over. It's a Patreon thing. So if you donate to the level for the Patreon, you get this and you get other stuff too. So it's kind of a way of just getting some funds to the radio, help with server stuff, and it runs a lot of things. So I do have a Patreon, so it helps out a lot. There's a lot of bills and all the software upkeep and stuff. So doing some things here to kind of raise some support for the site. So that's that sale and stuff. This is a great video. I want to post the other video for Etienne, Desire to Trade. Great interviewer, great guy. A lot of people come to the site because they watch his video. You should watch the first video. Watch the first video. Go back, do a search. I think I've done 3, maybe 4 videos with him, and always have a great time. But we always go over the history of my trading. It's really a good introduction to Day Trading Radio if you want to watch something good. That's on the website too. As mentioned, a couple more days to the end of these coupons. The Bull and Ox coupon, DTR best, 90% off, that you want to take advantage of these with these signals. That's what's so great about this. That's why I like the props so much, because it gives people an opportunity to come in to the trading, world, and they don't have to be, extremely, funded and, are learning with their own money, and it's just a great opportunity, and you have an opportunity to actually qualify. And I got to tell you, I see people qualifying all the time. I was watching the futures room, and I don't know, I don't have permission to tell them if they qualified or not, but a couple of people qualified, but that might have been private for them too, down in the room. I'm not going to blast out, but congratulations. The qualifications on either the Apex or the Bullinox. If you want more information on that, just go to the website, go up to that black bar again where we show all the HPS, and have a little write-up on these. But take advantage of it. I think they end November 6th. So just 1 week. Take your shot. You get more to one too. So again, take advantage of it. Let yourself some time. But every day, tomorrow we have the Fed. We have the Fed FOMC rate decision tomorrow at 2:00. There's the market here. Just came off the lows right now. We're down 11 points. I'm just wondering if there's a setup here. Actually, look at that. There's a small little divergence. Small. Right here. And they already got a little move. I'm not that crazy to be trading here. I need a hit. I need a trade. All right, I think that's about it. We're gonna watch the Rockbot tomorrow on the same volume chart. It just was working so good. I would expect it to continue to pick up where it left off until the market decides what it's going to do. And again, we do have the FOMC meeting. My guess, we'll see how we open up, but we typically kind of drift up into it. And I'll leave you this. Best tip of the day, if you're not sure, sell the rotation. Anytime, right now we could be messing around with this thing. I would just sell right here. It just got over 80. Right here, I'd sell and see what I would get, a short. See what I would get. If I got a point, half a point, I'd take it off. And just be a sharpshooter like that. Over here, you just got up, and you might have got a lot more. Maybe you got 2 to 4 points. That's huge at this time in the evening, 4 points. But it all starts with the overbought levels. Here you had an overbought level. Here you're heading back down. Do I have the wrong candle on? I do have the wrong. Way to go, Johnny. Here, I was talking about this high here and this rollover. And we just said, I would be shorting right here as we got above 80. And as you can see, it has turned over and is broken back down. And each time you get up here, the odds are you're going to probably get something in your favor. You'll be able to tell if it's dangerous territory. You don't want to do this when the market's trending very strong. You're up 150 points on the S&P going into 345. You don't want to obviously take a strong market. You want to trade on your terms. The chop, you like the chop. Something that you could range. You could get an idea of the range, a channel, targets. But again, we have a choppy day tomorrow. This will be a great technique every time it gets above the 80. Every time it gets above the 80. Every time it gets above the 80. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Just sell. If you're in it, just sell. Get used to doing that. You'll at least be going in the right. You'll probably, even if it's not really doing much, that's not a lot. Eventually you can move higher. It's not really that aggressive. But when you do have a bigger moving market, something a little bit more volume coming into it, and these big ranges, this works excellent. All right, so that's it. Have a great evening, everyone. Don't forget, we have a nice little Halloween. Happy Halloween to you. Halloween sale going on. Day Trading Radio. In the house. and also the yearly DayTraderRadio.com. Signing off. Have a great one, everyone. We'll catch you in the markets.